All right, welcome everyone. This is the presentation of our project. So before we go into the short demonstration, first I'd like to talk a little bit about what the project does. So as you can see in the title screen, it's an AI bot that plays rock, paper, scissors with anyone. So what it does is that you can upload a picture of you doing the scissor symbol or the rock symbol or the paper symbol, and it will recognize what the symbol is and then play a hand back. So for example, we could upload one image and it recognizes that it's paper and decides to play rock. And we could do one more. And this time it recognizes it as rock and decides to also play rock.
You got to put this in a video kind of format, and you can have a Raspberry Pi, like you can play against the computer in real time. That would be really cool.
That comes back to me a little bit. My knowledge of HTML is not good enough to get everything set up for the webcam to work with Yolo.
That's hard. No, that's hard. That one's hard. Yeah.
It's an iteration we're talking about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
We're getting there.
Labelbox is a website used to label data. You draw boxes on images for the purpose of training AI. Right here, there is a rock with a box drawn around it. It shows the computer where exactly in the image is the rock, and it tells it that that is a rock. We're able to find tons of pictures online, different skin tones, different sizes, different shapes of hands. However, all the images that we found in the data set had a very bland white background, which can be confusing for the computer, and it'll think, oh, that's something in front of a green background. I've never seen that before. It must not be a rock. So we did something called data augmentation, which is where we change the background of the data. And right here is actually a picture that we added to the background. We all just threw in like 30, 20 random photos that we had, set them as the background, retrained the computer, and then it was able to recognize better backgrounds.
So for our purpose, we chose to create AI that differentiates between rock, paper, and scissors because it is a fun and engaging way to incorporate skills of machine learning and programming to discover the endless possibilities of AI. These possibilities can guide us to paths and experiences that can impact us in the future. By learning to utilize coding, data resources, and machine learning to create this engaging AI program, we build on fundamental AI skills for the future. These skills are crucial base to developing impactful AI in the coming years. Getting a taste of what developing AI will be like for future career paths and possibilities is crucially important. And through the experience of the rock, paper, scissors AI program, we also learn to tackle bugs and get through challenges, which is why creating a program like this is a huge learning experience. The skills utilized in learning experiences we went through add significant purpose to the program.
Our project was done with Python. Python is a programming language that's meant to be simple and easy to learn. So in our first weekend of AI camp, we had limited knowledge of Python. And by the next week, we were able to use Python for our entire project, which shows how easy it is to learn it in a short time. Some basics of Python we learned during the first week were how to create variables, how strings and integers work and how they're different, how to create and change lists, how to create if and for loops, how to make functions, and how to create and manipulate files, which we use to organize our data for the AI. Python is very useful because it's easy to learn and you can do a lot of different things with it. And because programming is part of the future, getting more people to learn Python is good for the future.
A neural network in AI is a computer system modeled on the human brain and nervous system. It's basically like the brain of an AI computer. It's just like a way for a computer to learn using examples it's seen before. Just like a human brain has neurons, neural networks have processing nodes that help it make connections. Yolo is an object detection algorithm. And what it does is that if you give it an image or a video, it will compare it to what it has already seen in its database. This type of neural network is really useful in self-driving cars because it can help it make connections and make decisions based on those connections.
Ayan, Eshan, and I were in charge of developing the website for our AI on an app called Nice Page. We split the website into 5 parts: the overview, timeline, resources, what we learned, and our team. Ayan and Eshan were in charge of writing the content, and I was in charge of designing the website. This was our first time designing a website, so we took inspiration from many other professional websites and experimented with whatever looked nice. Once our team finished designing it, the backend worked on improving it and connecting the AI to the website. With the help of my instructor, I was able to make the AI play with the user on the results page. Designing a website was a new experience for me and my group mates, and it was extremely fun.
Something that I really enjoyed from these past 3 weeks was learning new skills such as the coding in Python and also setting up an AI program like Yolo.
I enjoyed designing the website and learning about Python and AI.
I enjoyed getting through challenges and then understanding what goes into the AI.
I enjoyed working together with my team and to get through any challenges we had to face.
Yeah, I also enjoyed getting to work together as a team and to work through challenges that I hadn't seen before.
I enjoyed learning how to use Python to solve problems that would be difficult to solve manually.